Hi everyone. What? Again ready to listen some uh, very quirky thoughts? Right. Yeah, what's happening around? I just got some motivation to speak something about. Okay. So let's see. I'm on my terrace and I'm enjoying the nature. There are lots of trees, greeneries all around, and I feel myself very close to nature. I'm always rooted. I'm always rooted. I never fly high. I never fly so high like the eagle, but my imagination is. But my imagination and aspiration and ambition is. I think it's for everyone. Don't clip anybody's feather. Do not clip anybody's feather. Let them soar high as they want to. Because that's the true meaning of freedom. Freedom doesn't mean that you have to create a boundary for everything. There are a lot of moral, police and policing in the name of legalities that they want to enchain and create boundaries for the freedom seeker. Are you really free from or really free in that matter regarding yourself, your own life? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. There is no freedom. There is a lame word in the dictionary where they talk about freedom, but actually there is no freedom of speech, of thought, of action. There is nothing. Even nowadays, certain social medias are actually creating such policies, legal policies and laws that you cannot voice out your intentions. Whether it's right or wrong doesn't matter, because something which is right for one person may not be right for the other, and sometimes something which is wrong for the other person may not be wrong for other. So it's very natural that everybody is going to have their own thoughts, and that's where this moral policing is failing. That's where the word freedom is failing, because there are people always out there to control by some legalities, by some law, some actions, by some prohibitions, by some a diplomacy, that control should be there for people. I don't think this control is important, because control is only for the weak people for weak intentions. If you want to control everybody, you cannot control the humming of the bees, you cannot control the dogs barking, you cannot control the lion roars. Can you control them? Can you control because you don't like the roaring or barking, you don't like the humming of the bees? Or can you control the mosquitoes who comes to bite you? It's not possible. You just have to protect yourself, that's it. So why do these moral policies, legalities always want to restrict and prohibit certain things which they don't like, and they always uplift those things which they like? Why should this be? Because freedom is this, that you cannot control the wind blowing. Wow. You cannot control the sunshine, you cannot control. Okay, I'm talking big, right? Okay, I'm talking like fool, right? Yeah, actually it is. Because those who are thinking like this, they actually do not understand the essence of life. The essence of life is not about bookish education, not about policymakers. The essence of life is far beyond that, because time is changing, and time has changed from the time of human civilization. And I truly believe that if you like the ripe mango to relish, okay, which sometimes is good for health, which is not good for health for some people, okay, you have to choose what you need to eat. Similarly, bitter gourd, or something which is bitter than bitter gourd, okay, they are healthy for some people, and they must be very difficult for some people to digest. They detest them. So does it mean that bitter gourd is bad or very good, or mango is bad or very good? No, it's upon the user. The bitter gourd will survive. Okay, the bitter gourd will survive, and the mango will survive. You cannot chop off a plant or a tree just because it raises a thorn in it, because thorn is its natural endowment. You cannot chop off the plant or the tree just because it bears a thorn. There are fruits which has thorns. You cannot just dispose it off just because it has thorns, just because of its ugliness, just because you don't like it. So freedom in nature is very resourceful. It's very actually is spiritual. People do not like it because that's the problem of people's arrogance, government's arrogance, some diplomats' arrogance. The more freedom you have of imagination, speech, thoughts, and action, this freedom is going to help the human civilization and the world to actually exist and grow. You cannot just put boundaries and restrictions for everything. What's happening around the world is because of this shrewd thinking that freedom should be curbed, freedom of expression should be curbed. So in internet, in medias, people switch off the internet, the government switch off the internet the moment there are turbulence and turmoils, and they are scared that the news is going to go out, and they have to switch off the internet of the city or town or of a local area of the country maybe, okay, so that there's a restriction. Government are, or some diplomats are scared of the news being spread widely all over the world. If that is going to happen, then the pollination would not happen. The germination would not happen. The pollination and germination of the entire universe happened because there wasn't any restriction. There was population moving around the whole world until and unless the human arrogance created a boundary to border their own land, piece of land. Nothing wrong about it, but as long as you're allowing everybody to be a part of them. So what's happening here exactly is there is a curbing of freedom of speech and everything. The material that I want to express through my writing, the material that I want to convey, the concept that I want to convey to the people, if that is being restricted but some way or the other, then I'm very sure this civilization is not going to exist for long. You may like or don't like, but let it be there. You have to choose whether you accept it or not. Just move out, move away, or hug it, accept it, embrace it. Okay, so the choice is there. But the moment you create a control, the governments and policies create a control for somebody or something, or some actions or some speech, okay, due to this moral policing, morality of the society, actually there is no freedom. So you bring out that freedom, you try to express that freedom, everyone. And I request all the social media platforms, all the internet gurus, developers, ministers, governments, all the big dictators, that please try to understand, if you are scared, don't scare others, because it's your weakness that you are scared. Those who are not weak, those who are not going to be scared of, let them voice out. If you don't like them, if you don't respect them, just move away. So in true mean, the word freedom should be rise, shine, and act whatever you want to do, as long as you're not harming somebody. Harming is what? Harming is physical. There is no verbal harming, because if verbal harming could have affected people, then there are a lot of things from all sources we would have harmed. There's a dog barking, I don't care, because it's nature. There's a lion roaring, it's nature. There's a bee humming, it's nature. You can hear the cock, crooning, right? The birds chirping. You may like something, you may not like something, but you cannot hold the mouth and tie it up, or you dispose that stuff away from you. That is not your job. That is not humanity. That is not human civilization. That is not we are endowed for. We should give equal respect and freedom to everyone. So those who are not following that, they are the wretched people of the world. Try to respect freedom, respect yourself. And if you like this video, try to share with your friends. Try to understand. Please comment on what I have said if you really feel that there is something to talk about. Thank you so much for listening.